And now an acid rain threat looms over Tehran after Israel attacked Iran oil plants. Toxic air pollution and acid rain threat alert has been issued and it looms over Tehran. Israel, remember, bombarded Tehran oil plant. These are the visuals. This is the aftermath of that strike, of that attack on the oil plants in Tehran, which is Iran's capital. Thick smoke completely engulfed the skies of Tehran, as you can see in these visuals. So huge fires burned in Iran's capital on Sunday in aftermath of the Israeli attacks on oil infrastructure. So now the strategy of US has changed, and US and Israel are now attacking the oil infrastructure in Iran. And these are the visuals from Iran's capital, Tehran. Iranian authorities said that Israel's overnight strikes on 4 oil storage tankers and a petroleum transfer terminal killed 4 people. And in fact, witnesses in Tehran said that the smoke was so thick that it looked as if the sun had not risen. So that clearly explains how the situation was after these strikes by Israel. And Israel's military said that the oil depots were being used by Iran's military for fuel to launch missiles, and that is why they struck these oil plants. And now an acid rain threat also looms over Tehran, acid rain and toxic air pollution. My colleague Shweta Singh is also joining us. She's joining us from the war zone. She's joining us from Israel. Shweta, as the war in West Asia rages on, how is Iran responding to strikes from Israel and the United States?
It has been another tense day and tense night here in Israel, with the air sirens sounding and people rushing to bomb shelters even in the thick of the night. On Sunday, Petah Tikva and northern Tel Aviv came under a heavy attack, and there were reports of damages from a couple of locations. While there was a theory floating that probably the ballistic missiles that are being fired are actually fragmenting into cluster bombs and are spreading destruction in a range of 5 to 8 kilometers, yet officially they still want to investigate and then respond, because as of now the Israeli authorities have been saying that it is just the debris of a ballistic missile that was intercepted, a ballistic missile fired from Iran which was intercepted, and the fragments caused the damage.
Right. Also, Shweta, the conflict in West Asia does not seem to end in the near future. Are there also possibilities that the United States and Israel will begin a ground offensive too in future?
Well, with the American intelligence agencies determining that either the Iran authorities or any other group could get access to the highly enriched uranium in Isfahan, which was bombed heavily last year by the US forces. This actually brings us to the question whether there can be a ground offensive. I think America has given enough indications that they want to go on with the air raids for a while so as to weaken Iran enough to enable their special forces to eventually, if they need to get into Iran. But I think at the back of all of this, they would know that there is a huge risk involved. As far as Benjamin Netanyahu goes, when he talks about the reasons for going into this war, he definitely points out that they did not want to give Iran the time so that this uranium could be pushed further inside the ground and quote-unquote immune to any assault, and that is why they rushed into this particular offensive. But as far as going on the ground, getting boots on the ground inside Iran, I think both the countries will want to rethink that as much as they can. It would never be easy in Iran.
Right, Shweta, thank you so much for getting us all those details right from the war zone. Please stay safe, and we'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this raging West Asia war.